Nomads. It was unapologetically.
Nomadic.
I knew that was off my face. We got some new camera equipment here. We trying to use it. Shout out to everybody out there. Peace and love. And we have
All right.
my beautiful wife and a special guest here today. And my beautiful wife is going to take it from here.
All right. What's up, everybody? Peace and love. We are excited today as we have in front of us. It's such a pleasure to meet him, a very successful Rwandan serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's new for me. He's going to explain what that means, give us a little bit of himself, his background, and so it's a pleasure to have with us today. His name is Mr. Raoul Rugamba.
Yes.
I'm not yet successful, but I'm working toward that.
Oh,
So,
come on,
come
man.
on.
It's
it's
too much
a work
about
in
you.
progress.
He's very modest.
Yeah.
All right, could you give us a little bit about your background? Did you grow up here in Rwanda?
Yeah. So I was. My name is Raoul Rugamba, and I'm Rwandan, and I was born in Burundi
All right.
back then, and then we moved to Rwanda in '95.
Okay.
I was still like a baby back then, and then since then I'm in this beautiful country. You guys
Yeah.
All
are
right.
enjoying, right?
Yeah.
So,
Definitely beautiful.
yeah, and we do our business is into communication and technology, into education, and we also do event management and production, basically. So those are our three main sectors. And thank you for your time.
All right. Did you attend school here in Rwanda? You've done a lot.
Oh yes, so
Okay.
I did my primary school here, my secondary school here, and my university here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That speaks volumes to me about this country because you have a lot of young people in different countries who go outside of their country to go to school.
Yeah.
Some never return.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting how a lot of students, even if they go away, they usually return to Rwanda.
Yeah.
And so was that always your goal to just kind of stay here and make things happen?
Yeah, I was, talk to my friends back in 2011. I think I was in Canada, and my friends there were like, "Where are you going? But why are you going back? You should
Wow.
stay here. All those kind of stuff." But I was like, I don't see any country where I could live outside of Rwanda.
Wow.
I never thought about getting outside Rwanda. I never do more than a month outside of Rwanda.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so
That's amazing.
yeah.
So what's your major? Like what was your major in school? What did you major in specifically?
As in what I'm good at.
Yes.
So I did computer science,
Okay.
and then before that I did electronics.
Ah.
Yes. So
Okay.
I'm always between uh, between tech in those areas.
Okay.
Nice.
And then that's how I ended up actually being into the event industry, because I started as a sound and lighting technician.
Wow.
So and then later on I went to be an IT officer in one university.
Uh-huh.
So I'm always running behind tech and computers and innovation. I'm always running around those kind of stuff, and I'm trying to bring that into the 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 creative industry space now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And we know you're working on something very, very interesting right now. How you're able to pull those different industries together.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit about what you're working on now? It's a big project you're working on now.
Listen, we 2 years ago, we- you know, we were like, listen, what can we do for somebody, myself included, could live by that business only, right?
Okay.
Because once you are into the creative industry, most of the time you have to find side hustles, right?
Right.
So you need to go for other businesses, trying to find something else that could sustain you, right?
Uh-huh.
Because the business itself doesn't sustain somebody. So what can we do for other people as well? Other people in that specific sector. And then we came up with, of course, we had to do a research among our friends and friends of our friends, people, basically doing business in that area. So across Rwanda and then outside Rwanda as well on the continent. So we were like, the missing thing is an ecosystem,
Okay.
that can help all those things be able to be, So then we funded that project called African Colors to be a catalyst to having a Pan-African creative industry ecosystem on the continent.
Wow.
So when you talk about an ecosystem, it means you will talk about knowledge and skills of those players of the industry. You're talking about environments that allows people to create, environments that allows, a specific sector to thrive, to create jobs, to create revenues for those players and the country, and then we said, yes, this is what we have to do. So we created the project, and then we had to find the pillars to make sure that the project, achieves our vision, meets our mission, and then we had three pillars. So the first one was education.
Okay.
So we wanted to make sure that the industry is seen differently, because
Okay.
what happens in this industry is that most of the time it's an industry where somebody enters that space because he felt another space. You were maybe an accountant, you were maybe an engineer, you were maybe and then you couldn't make it in that sector, and then you say, yes, I can make it in events. I can throw a party.
Hey,
I can manage an artist. I sang one day in my bathroom. So let me be an artist. So they don't have skills and knowledge to be in that sector. So
Okay.
and then that becomes a challenge to thrive in the industry. That was our first pillar, and then our second pillar was collaboration, because we think with this, with how things are moving, how the world is going, it's not possible anymore to work by yourself.
Okay.
It has to be within groups, partnerships, as they say, and so the collaboration part will help creatives from across the continent. So I can be a film script writer, based in Kigali,
Okay.
but the story I want to do is a Pan-African story. You won't have means unless you have an heritage from your family, unless you have big means. Otherwise, it won't be easy for you to go to Morocco in the north and then leave Morocco in the north to go to South Africa in the south. So the platform will help you work with those people, getting those people work on one project without struggling that much. Yeah.
So like artists or creative people here, let's say
In Rwanda?
would be able to work with people in, let's say, South Africa.
Yes, and then
Nice.
also Benin, also
Nice.
Morocco, without struggling that much. That was the
Nice.
first thing, the first good thing for the collaboration platform. And the second thing is that, by interconnecting all those countries, all those pioneers on the continent, you're also creating a common market, right?
It's true.
So if you do you create a common market, it means you're expanding your opportunities, your chances to sell more than you could sell on your own country, right? Your home base, right?
Okay.
So that's another good thing.
Nice.
And then the third thing is that a lot of things are being done on the continent. People are creating a lot on the continent, but we don't know what they are. So
Right.
I can tell you, a guy in Lesotho somewhere who
Okay.
created an application, to help artists, for example.
Okay.
You can know, right? There are a lot of them in Benin. There are a lot of them in Rwanda. But
Uh-huh.
you will never know unless
Yeah.
you are on a platform, that shows you what they are. So the
great.
collaboration will help people to get connected and know who does what and what.
Excellent.
And then our third pillar is access to funding, because
Okay.
the creative industry is a very, it's a high risk investment area for investors,
Yeah.
financial institutions.
Mm-hmm.
They think that industry is a very, very high risk industry, which is true, right? When you
true.
look at it,
Yeah.
it's very true.
It's true.
But again, there is no industry that can be profitable as the creative industry.
Right.
It's if you think about it, you just sit and sing, and then you saw in the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is listening it in Asia at the same time,
Right.
So it's a very profitable industry, but you have to understand it. It has to have all the environments that makes it to be.
Okay.
So our third pillar, which is access to funding, will
Uh-huh.
help those creative entrepreneurs
Okay.
to have environments that will help the investor to give him the funding he's requiring. So that's a bit of what you are doing, and
Right.
we are thankful it's coming along. Yeah.
Excellent. And about how many, let's say, countries on the continent are you kind of working with at the present time?
Right. So at the present time, our network is on 26 countries now,
Wow.
but 6 countries are outside Africa,
All
and
right.
20 countries are on the continent.
That's excellent.
So we are targeting to be reaching between 30 and 40 countries by end of this year.
Okay. Wow. And would you say it's like a more of a Pan-African kind of organization?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay,
Yes, it's a
excellent.
Pan-African initiative. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Can you give us the name of it one more time?
Africa in colors.
Love it.
But
Africa in colors.
in colors. Colors in the English writing, not in the American writing.
COLORS.
Yes.
All right. Where can we find that online? What is your website?
www.africancolors.com.
AfricaInColors.
Yes.
.com.
.com.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know I used the word serial entrepreneur at the
Yes,
beginning.
yes.
Can you explain how that, term comes together?
Yeah. The way you were saying it, I might sound like Elon Musk. I'm not. I'm not here there. So, but the reason is that we combine the three sectors, because
Okay.
we have been working with universities in
Okay.
helping them to have the right equipment, the right platforms, to educate and to learn and teach better.
Okay.
So that's one of our businesses, and then we help also organizations to communicate better, to bring products and services on the market. So
Yes.
when you combine all those, it becomes a serial work,
All
and
right.
become a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So,
So it's like more than one that to work as a machine.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Can you tell us why you are so, what's the word, passionate about Rwanda? Because it seems like, even you
Yeah.
work with so many other countries
Yes.
across the
Yes.
continent,
Yes.
but you chose to kind of just like Rwanda. Is this your base?
One of the reasons, I have so many reasons,
Okay.
but the thing is, we grew up in families where anything was around being Rwandan, around being, you know, having having Rwanda.
So it's a love or
It was about that,
nice.
and that's one. And then the second thing is, growing in this country, I feel like going outside this country, I wouldn't be contributing that much to my country.
All right.
So I feel like I would do more if I stay here. So that's another thing, and the third is Rwanda is speaking by itself. It's I think, the second most growing economy on the continent.
Yes.
It's the journey we have taken for the past 26 years now is an amazing journey, and in terms of trying out things, Rwanda is becoming one of the countries to be for that. So it has so many advantages that I don't want to be far from.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
I love that about this country. You see so many people. They have this. It's not a. It's a love and a pride for where they come from,
Yeah.
and you can see it on the faces of the people, and
Yeah.
it's a wonderful energy. And you say Pan-African. So, are there opportunities where you reach out to, let's say, brothers and sisters, let's say in America or U.S.? Are there opportunities for those types of, I guess, what's the word, collaborations with your business?
Yeah, so we work with in the 6 countries I told you out of Rwanda,
Okay.
out of Africa, includes America as well.
Oh, right.
And we work so much with people in the States, and Rwanda is also
Okay.
Rwanda is also one of the countries where the diaspora is coming back home to make
yeah.
things happen.
Excellent.
Putting their strength to have things done. So yeah.
Definitely. So you hear that? It,
1 second. Everybody keeps saying the sound is low. We have a microphone actually on here.
Yeah.
I don't want the sound to be low, so you're missing this information. So hold on 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. All right, now we're on an iPhone and we have a microphone.
I'm listening to it right now. It's not. Don't say sound is fine.
Some people say the sound is fine. Some people saying it's low.
not,
Dapper Romeo,
so-
we know the sound is low on your end because you keep saying it. We have a gimbal coming in the mail, so you don't have to say that no more. We got that coming in.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, she said sounded great. Somebody else.
I'm in the house. All right, now, if the sound is good, let us know if the sound is good. If this, all right, Allie Jones says the sound is good.
okay.
Fish
Can you hear me
John
now,
says sound
Allie?
is fine.
All
Am
right,
I good, Allie?
Yeah, you might have to talk louder. Just probably talk
the
louder.
sound is fine. No,
Okay.
it's low. Some people saying it's fine. Some people saying it's low.
Yeah.
But I would
Okay,
say
maybe the
to you
direction
to
of the-
talk louder, please.
Yeah, just talk.
Yeah.
Louder.
Okay.
I can hear you perfect,
I can hear
but
you,
Okay.
but
it's,
Yes,
it's
let's
our
do
viewers.
this.
All right.
You
we're
know?
sorry.
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
this.
'cause we
Yeah, we're
got to
sorry
give the
about
viewers
that.
what they need here.
Yeah.
We got good information.
All right.
Right,
So
right.
I would just
That's
say
right.
talk louder.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we were just
All right.
talking about his company, Africa.
Yeah.
I'll come a little closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna
So-
come closer and get a little more intimate here.
His company,
Yeah.
Africa in Colors.
Yeah.
.com. So about how we're kind of bridging that gap, and they have
Yeah.
collaborations with people in the diaspora, people in the U.S. I think you said 26 countries total.
Yeah.
20 on the continent of Africa, and 6 that are outside of Africa. America being one of those 26.
Yeah.
And I think it's an amazing project that you've actually been able to put together. Can you just give us a little bit about the success of it so far, maybe who you've been able to work with, or something that you kind of
Yeah.
you're proud of that you've done so far?
Yeah. So the thing is, we were supposed to do. This is our first year, right?
Okay.
So we were supposed to launch, few programs, few activities, and projects in March, right?
Okay.
Actually, that was the month we were supposed also to launch this project, right? But again, the pandemic came over, so we had to restructure, think again how to do it. We had lost a lot on one side, and then we came up with this idea of having, the festival be online, like a virtual festival, and then we do it on 6 months, right?
Ah.
We were supposed to do it on 3 days, right? But we ended up doing it in 6 months. So that means also more time, more outputs, more things to bring on the table, right? So, and then in June, we started, and so we produce every month activities, which actually aims at making sure there is a positive output. We are improving, or we are contributing on improving one or many sectors in the creative industry. So, so what we do is we bring together players of that industry on the continent and outside the continent as well to tell us more of their stories, their experiences, and all, right? And that's one of the parts of bringing the diaspora, connecting Africa to the rest of the world, right?
Okay.
And then since then, amazing things have been happening, right? So we had the Rock Nation, for example.
Rock Nation.
Rock Nation, I'm telling you, yeah.
All right.
So they were like,
So this
yes,
is like Jay-Z.
that Jay-Z, yeah.
Wow.
So it's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were surprised, to be able to talk to them, right?
Wow. Okay.
And then have a chance to tell them what we are doing, all those kind of stuff, and very soon one of the in-house music distribution
Okay.
will be working with us,
Wow.
in making sure that African artists are being able to be seen on the world scene, right? So that's a big thing,
That's
right?
big. That's big.
That's one. And then we are doing with another branch of the Rock Nation, focusing on video gaming, called Anonymous Games, where we want to make sure that Africans, young people, know more about the video gaming industry, and then try to do business around that. It's because everyone plays those games, right? But very few do play African games, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
But it's a big industry, though. It's big.
that was one of
Gaming
the
is big.
booming industries during the lockdown.
Ooh, yeah.
They made billions, but unfortunately, Africa missed the rendezvous, right? So, so we want to do that, and those are one of them. And then we had other partners from France, from London.
Wow.
What we really want to do things for the creative industry, and that's one of the success stories I could tell. And then we had also an opportunity to connect those countries. We had youth from Tunisia, for example, in the north, far, connecting with people from Rwanda, that's a big thing, right? So, and that's something that shows that the creative industry can connect countries, can connect cultures, and all.
Excellent.
So those are the kind of success stories, and we have seen also partnerships coming out of our links. We have seen people collaborating out of our festival. So that's a big thing, and
All right.
I think it's a success in one.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So the Creative Festival is still going on right now.
It's
correct?
going on. Yeah.
Okay. What is the next phase of that online creative festival? What's
So on
the next, I guess, activity?
So actually, it's on this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday,
Wow,
we'll
okay.
do something around music,
Excellent. Okay.
and we'll have people like Sony Music. We'll
Wow.
have people like the Rock Nation.
Okay.
We'll have players from the industry here, music in Africa. We'll have Visa for Music. So we'll have very, very, very important players in that scene
Wow.
on the continent and outside the continent.
And this
So
is all virtual.
it's
online.
gonna be on live on our YouTube
On your
channel.
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And can you tell us your YouTube channel?
It's the same thing, African Colors
Africa
project.
in Colors. All right.
Yeah.
Africa in Colors. So, and that's AFRICAIN and then COLORS. Africa
Colors?
in
Yes.
colors.
Yes,
the,
Africa is Africa.
It's the way we spell it in the U.S.
You, oh no!
Without the U, with the U or without the U.
You guys have put on a U in
No U.
colors. Ours, we don't put a U.
No, we don't use a U either. No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh,
we don't use
I
a
didn't
U.
know. I didn't know. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where you can find the website,
What do we
same
do?
name, www.africa.
AfricanColors.com.
No U in colors.
No U
.com.
in colors.
Same thing for YouTube.
Yes, African Colors project.
All right.
Yeah.
And so we can find that project happening this Saturday
This
virtually
Saturday.
with the music industry on
Yes.
on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
All right.
From 12 p.m. GMT.
Excellent. Are
Yeah.
people able to get on? Would it be like live where they can get on and chat with you, ask questions and things like that?
Yeah, they
Okay.
can. On the website, they have all the informations.
Okay.
We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So wherever they wanna get in touch with us, we are everywhere.
Could you say your Instagram again?
Same thing.
Like,
African Colors on all our social medias.
All
Okay.
right.
In one word.
No spaces.
No spaces in
Everything.
in one word.
Africa
Nice.
in colors.
Africa in colors.
And the way we spell it, COLORS.
Yeah.
Yes. in colors.
In colors.
Africa in colors.
Africa.
Africa with a
Oh
C.
Lord, I spelled it wrong.
Oh my god.
no, no,
You
no.
got Ayla doing
Yeah,
it.
African
Right.
C.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just want to make sure people
Africa.
spell it different ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
true.
man.
Colors.
So any final words to the audience that is watching right now?
Well, I thought I could ask questions too.
Sure. Ask me some questions. And,
Okay, yeah.
it's-
Anybody have any questions?
yeah.
Yeah. How do you find your experience in Kigali since you guys came?
Kigali is just amazing. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best places that I personally have ever visited.
Yeah.
And we've been to about 12 countries, 6 of them on the continent of Africa. And
Which countries?
Wow. We've been to Tanzania, of course, Rwanda, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, and I'm
Kenya.
missing one, Kenya.
Kenya.
Yes,
Nice.
Yes, yes.
You have been around the region for
And
some
we've been
time.
to Rwanda 2 years ago before this, so we came in 2018.
Whoa.
Yes, so we've been
Okay.
doing our homework since we left. So we just fell in love with Rwanda when we came.
Yeah.
It was a birthday gift / anniversary when my husband and I came.
Nice.
And we just fell in love with it. And we've been doing our research when we left, and we knew we were coming back. It's an amazing place. It's super clean,
Yeah, true.
very organized,
True.
very peaceful, and just the people are very warm, inviting, and as you can see, like the landscape is stunning. When you say a land of 1,000 hills, that's what
We
it
do
is.
have.
It is
There are more
gorgeous.
actually.
I know,
The-
literally, land of 1,000
Yes.
hills.
the-
It is
Yes.
absolutely gorgeous,
yeah.
gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And just we came here, hit the ground running, and just meeting so many wonderful people, and have made so many friends.
Wow.
And
nice.
it's a pleasure to meet you as well. Yeah. Any other
Nice.
questions?
That's good. That's good.
So we hear you travel a lot as well. Could you just name a couple places you've been to
Wow.
outside of Rwanda?
So in Africa, I've done Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda,
Okay.
and I did South Africa. I did Senegal. I did
Oh,
Cape
wow.
Verde. I did Tunisia.
Okay.
And what else in Africa? I think that's about it in Africa. And then I did in Europe, Belgium.
Okay.
I did Amsterdam. I
Nice.
did Switzerland.
Nice.
I think I did Paris as well, France.
All right.
And in the States, I did New York. I did California, and then I did Canada.
Okay.
And
Nice.
so I did in Asia. I did Singapore.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You've traveled.
I think.
So I see you've been to North and West Africa. What would you say the
And the south of Africa.
and South, right?
And the
North,
West as
South.
well.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would you say the biggest difference, if you had to compare Rwanda to any of those other countries?
I would say culture.
Okay.
Culture is the main difference,
Uh-huh.
I always, in Africa, in most countries, most of the time I feel like I'm home,
Okay.
you know, but I'm more home here.
All right.
So I
Wow.
feel more safe. I feel more, more energized when I'm here. So I guess that's my part of being
Right.
Rwandan and
Right.
also.
Nice,
But
nice.
but I love also Singapore.
Okay, Singapore.
Okay.
Okay.
Singapore is an amazing
Yeah.
country, and you guys should do also.
You know, they compare this. They said this is the Singapore of Africa.
Nah.
I think I think in few years, Singapore will want to be
Rwanda?
Rwanda of
Yes.
Asia.
How
I
about
think,
that?
Yeah, they
we're
say
working
that.
hard for that.
They
Yeah.
say that, but it's like
Yeah.
we've never been,
Yeah.
but we hear people say that. And
It's an
always,
amazing country.
Oh,
It
wow.
is an
Oh,
amazing
wow.
country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you guys should do
Wow, wow.
Singapore and Switzerland,
Okay.
because Switzerland is also an amazing country in terms of business, startup,
Oh.
environments, all those kind of stuff.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah,
What would you say to? There are a lot of viewers and subscribers that we are constantly in talks with that are thinking of and planning to relocate to the continent. What would you say to them? Because they always ask, well, they're kind of hesitant, but they don't want to push the button yet. What would advice you would give them?
okay, it depends.
Okay.
So they have to first know what they want to do.
Okay.
If it's business,
Uh-huh.
and then two, if they feel like having the base space to enter other countries,
Okay.
and then three, they have to have a lot of discipline.
Discipline. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now that's interesting.
Yes.
Why discipline? That's
Yes,
interesting.
because we really Rwanda bets a lot on discipline and
Uh-huh.
the right to do things the right way.
The right
you know.
way.
So
Nice.
we are ranked among the world. Rwanda is ranked as one of the greatest countries to fight corruption, right?
Yes.
So you don't want to be here if you think that's the
Yeah,
way
you
of
can't
moving
follow
around,
the
right?
rules.
So you will struggle.
Yeah,
You will
You'll
struggle.
if you can't follow
And
the
then
rules.
cleanliness, right? So
Very.
people bet on that. They really do much on that.
Yeah.
And then if you want to try out things, this is the best country to be. Rwanda was the first country to launch blood delivery through a drone, right? So that was the first time to happen in the whole world, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you want to try things, this is the best place to be.
Wow.
And actually now there is a startup act being finalized.
Startup.
Act. So
Okay.
the startup act will have basically startups from across the world to come here
Okay.
and feel comfortable to start a business. That's how Silicon Valley did its things. Whatever you are in the world, you want to be in Silicon Valley, right? Because you think you will make it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what Rwanda is trying to do. It's basically working on having being the hub, and we launched few months ago. We launched the first Kigali Financial Center.
Right.
So that would be another amazing thing for investors, and then if you want to enter other markets from this country, that would be in Africa. That would be the best place to be.
Excellent.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And those are some of the things that drew us here.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
All those things that you just mentioned. We love about Rwanda.
Yes.
But also, what would you say to viewers are some of the industries, the top industries here? Because there's so many opportunities, but we want to just give them like categories, like what industries are in need, what things can they come and do, what do you need help with here in the country so people can come and build.
So Rwanda is I can't remember right the percentage, but it was more than 70% of it was on agriculture.
Okay.
The economy was based on that, and then few years ago, we have now tourism coming through. So that's one of our main GDP contributor now.
Okay.
And then Rwanda is also positioning itself as a service hub. So so anybody, you know,
So, example, if somebody said, I want to come and open a restaurant, would that be a need?
oh yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
anybody
Love food.
wants to eat, right?
Everybody.
Anywhere, right?
Everybody.
Anywhere, right?
Yeah, that's a
But
good one.
you just have to have a proper niche, right? A Jamaican restaurant, for
Okay.
example,
Nice.
a German thing, right? Something
Soul
around that,
food.
right? Because
And so, yeah.
because
soul
when you
food.
talk about a country getting too much from the tourism, food comes in as well, right? When tourists
Yes,
comes here, they wanna find food they eat at their place, right? Or they wanna experience something else, right? So a restaurant will be
Perfect.
ideal, right?
Wow.
I just want a percentage on that, right?
Okay.
Because if
Yeah.
he comes, he needs to
Oh,
pay
you want a
me.
percent? You got to
Yeah,
pay
well, I
him
want a
to come
percent.
for that bit of information.
So,
The jewels.
yeah, so
So,
anything related to
so
services.
agriculture, which that also is tied into food. You have, tourism sector. What would you say about IT? IT.
So Rwanda have been working so hard to be a nice city hub, right? Lately, so and
Okay.
then that goes hand in hand with our objective of being a service based country and knowledge based country. You know, IT comes in as well, right?
Okay.
So anybody in that field is more than welcome to be here, and the Startup Act is for that. Basically, is
Wow.
to help those guys here. You know, either in
Wow.
VR, in AI, in all those fields. This
Coding.
is the yeah. So
Wow.
those are the fields they needed on the continent, and then Rwanda is the center to try out all those kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
we see technologies on the rise. It's like here,
Yeah.
So you hear that? IT, technology,
Yes.
technology,
Yes.
agriculture, tourism, anything else. How about education? So we speak to a lot of people who are in the field of education. How about
Wonderful.
that field? Is there a need?
it's we still have a lot to do, Rwanda,
Okay.
but a lot of it is being done. You know,
Okay.
with this COVID, that was an opportunity to say, hey, things have to move fast, right?
Okay.
And that's technology, right? People
Right.
were able to learn from home, right? But again, you had many people who can't afford that, right?
That's true.
So how do you bring a solution? How do you bring materials that can be affordable to those people? So that's another business opportunity as well, right? So education has to be improved for sure, and then when you look at countries, the state itself, Switzerland and other countries, their education is mainly focusing on vocational trainings.
Okay.
You know, because those are the kind of things that makes people be ready for the job, right? The workforce. So people around those things will be more than welcome. So when you talk
Wow.
about knowledge-based economy, which actually we are targeting, that's the roots on on
To
education,
prepare
right?
everybody, right?
So it's
So-
the focusing. It's like a restaurant, right? It's needed. People wants to eat. People have to
Have to learn.
have to learn.
And you have universities here. You have different types of universities and
Yeah.
training
Yeah,
schools,
yeah.
public schools, private,
Yeah.
international. So there are different types of schools here as well.
Yes,
That's great.
yes.
How about somebody in, let's say, the medical field, like a nurse or somebody like a doctor? Is that a need? Is that a need?
It is. It is. You know, it's a country which is 26 years old, right?
Okay.
Not
Yeah, I know.
Not talking about
I
after our history, right?
Uh-huh.
So we it's a virgin country in a way, right? We have
Okay.
done a lot have been
lot.
done in the 26 years, but that means you have more opportunities as well, right?
Okay.
So all those kind of stuff are needed in one or another way. So yeah.
Wow. A lot of things are needed, a lot of services and
Yes.
just about every sector. And it's not to say that it's not to say that you are not what the word, established as a country, because I mean the progress is amazing.
Yep.
Since 26 years, when you come and you look, you're like astounded at the progress.
Yep.
So it's not to say that
We are
there's
done
nothing
yet.
established. We're just not done yet.
We are
so
not done yet.
more is needed. More is needed. Yes.
Yeah. More is needed,
More is needed.
When you want to be positioned as a hub, right? It's demanding, right? So that's why you need more people, more more hands, more strength from within the country and outside the country to come, make things happen, try out things,
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
yeah.
So, like, if somebody comes to, country to kind of get their hands, get involved, and they want to build something, start a business, can you say they would get perks for doing those types of things as well?
Yeah.
Because we heard that, for certain types of industries, things that you do, businesses you go into, you also get, certain, kind of like a reward or a perk from the government for, like, thank you for doing this, we need your help, we need your expertise.
So,
Is that true?
Rwanda has something called Rwanda Development Board,
All right.
which works with investors who wants to come in Rwanda, right? And that institution, gives you also incentives to make sure that you come invest in the country.
Okay.
That's one of the amazing things Rwanda is doing, and it's really flexible. It's they can support you with land, for example, if you want to do a factory.
Oh.
Yeah, so they can help you with Carnegie Mellon. Have you heard about Carnegie Mellon?
Carnegie Mellon, yes.
the university. We
Carnegie Mellon,
we have
yes.
one here, right?
Wow.
Yes. So lot of things support were given to them to be able to establish themselves here. So that's
Wow.
one. And then when it comes to taxes, you have a lot of incentives. When it comes to electricity, when it comes to all those flexibilities an investor need, to be able to come on the ground is there. So
Excellent. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. It's just so organized here, so, and we hear so much about RDB, and
Yes.
we actually met with somebody from there. She
Wow,
gave us
nice,
wonderful
nice,
information, just
nice.
so organized.
Wonderful.
And just hearing it from you, and also just reiterating those things is very important.
I hope they told you what I told you, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I wasn't wrong, right?
No. And they're
Yes.
like departments within departments where they just help you just step one all the way to getting yourself up and running. They're amazing.
It's online though.
I
You
know.
don't need to go there.
Yes,
you can
somebody
open
asked that question.
Yeah.
Can you register and get your business registered
Yes.
before coming here?
Yeah.
And the answer is
Yes.
yes.
And it's 6 hours only.
only 6 hours.
Yes.
The
only
ease
6
of
hours.
doing business here is just
Yes.
mind-boggling, and it's very organized. It's nothing.
It
It's
is.
all like tight. Everything is just like in order. In order.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
So you get your business up and running, registered 6 hours even before you come here, even before your plane lands.
yes. You just
Yes.
have to be legit, right?
Be legit.
You don't.
We need you to follow the rules.
Yes. Terms and conditions apply. True. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any other questions
So-
for me?
Now, have you opened a company already?
We are actually investing right now. We're in the process of purchasing land.
Nice.
So that's another way, right? You can invest
Yeah.
in the country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're in the process of buying land.
Okay. Would you want to do a hotel?
Right now we're thinking of building a home, but
First,
we're going to
okay.
first, and then we're gonna look at some other areas and see what else there is to,
Is it by the sea?
maybe some. Oh my!
Because I'm sure it will cost you less to have a land by the sea here than in Miami, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, are you kidding? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So-
But we're interested, in maybe if not even
Yeah.
you know soon, but even a year or two down the road, agriculture. So something
Wonderful.
maybe in the lines of agriculture, we might do that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, nice.
But we good?
Oh man, yeah, y'all good. It's the people in the comments. Some people saying the sound low. Some people saying the sound is cool. So I just say, y'all just
Maybe
continue to
it's
talk
their
as
device.
loud as
Maybe
you-
they
it
turn
gotta
it
be.
up. They
Somebody
have to
else
turn
said
up
it
their
gotta be,
device.
'cause we
Turn
on
up
the
your own device.
microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying make sure
Yeah.
your speakers are cleaned out.
Yeah, because
Like-
People
we're
said the
sitting
sound
like
was perfect.
two, what, 2-3 feet away from the mic, and I'm
So-
yelling. I'm speaking a lot louder than I.
Yeah.
usually
When I went back there on the phone, it sounded good.
It's
to me.
clear.
Yeah, I checked it, it was
Excellent.
fine.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think they will just use another device maybe or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
using
that.
a
Some
device
people
or,
use
Right.
TVs, laptops,
So
what
it's,
is it?
it's gonna stay there for
desktop
some time.
computer,
So
something like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, they can play it on speakers, all those kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they-
see, sound is great.
Yeah.
This is
like-
great. Great information. Great conversation.
it is, yeah,
Yeah, and we're sitting just
yeah.
just looking at this.
But the thing I wanted to ask you as well is how is it easy to leave one country you have been growing into, to come in another country, which is new, which is strange to you? How is it?
It's been okay, quite easy for us because we
Yeah.
left the U.S. in 2015. So we lived
Oh,
in
really?
we lived
Wow.
in the UAE for 4 years, and then we moved from there to Cambodia in Southeast
Jesus.
Asia. We lived there for 1 year. We're coming to Rwanda from there, from Cambodia.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
72 hours to get here. How long is it? Cambodia. That's really far.
I don't know. We
right?
took a flight to Dubai, visited some friends, and kind of we broke it up a little bit, so it's not so much. And then we flew here.
Oh, I
from-
forget. I was in Dubai as well. I did Dubai
Yeah,
as well. So
UAE.
I forget that one
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
man.
the
You've been
UAE
everywhere.
was amazing.
Yeah.
UAE was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes,
They
it's-
brought us in so nicely. Oh, it's beautiful. Took a job opportunity there in 2015, and just the love. Everybody brought us in so very nicely. We
So-
just felt so at home and met a lot of nice people. The community of us from the U.S. was really big. Really big.
Yeah,
so it was
'cause
a lot
there
of
is money. There is money, so that makes sense.
so we had a wonderful
Yeah.
community there. Some of our friends and family are still there, so we kind of make trips to kind of visit them and check
Okay.
on them and everything. So that made it easy. When you can form a community or a unit of people that's like-minded, it makes it a lot easier.
And I think
Yeah.
if you made it in Dubai, you will make it
Oh,
here
absolutely.
as well. Because
We've already met so
yeah,
many.
they have
people.
a strict way of living, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
same
so
way, same.
yeah, so if you made it there, you will make it here.
Yes, yeah, some of the
Yeah.
same qualities. So
And it's
Absolutely.
an innovative place as
Yeah,
well.
it is.
So
It is.
it's a, it's,
It
a,
is.
it's a startup thing,
Yeah.
nation as well.
always
it's-
something going on, just like
yes,
here. It's exciting. Yeah. We met so many wonderful people here, and we keep meeting wonderful people. So
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
it easy, you know?
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
True.
And people to help you along the way. You don't feel like you're isolated and you don't know what to do. There's always someone to help and give advice.
Yeah.
We love it. And we have so much love and respect for this country
Yes.
and
Yeah.
its leadership.
Facts.
No, you don't want to go there.
Well,
Because it's beyond what is needed in a humankind. So
yes.
we are very lucky about that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
Here,
It's-
I want to say this. In all honesty, His Excellency Paul Kagame, if I could meet him one day, oh my goodness, he is absolutely amazing. And I think he's a leader that is an example, not for the continent of Africa, but for the entire world. And that's what I said.
it's you are very right about it. And
The world.
we sometimes try to forget that. We to take it as a granted, and I think that's the one of the best things that this country could happen to this
Wow.
country, I think. And
Yes, yes.
and being in during this time where Africa is coming together,
Yes.
it needs to have leaders like him, you
Yes.
know, on the top.
Absolutely.
Because everybody can run a business, right?
Right.
But running a country requires
Whew.
something else. It's
Yes.
all, you have to be also gifted. You have to be, beyond the normal human being.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and this country is I don't know if lucky is will be the word,
Oh.
but it has to be beyond
Beyond
that.
lucky,
Maybe
it's like
to
being blessed. Blessed.
yeah, that would
Just-
be maybe that, but
yeah.
that would be the word maybe. But it's something that many people, not only
Yes.
Rwandans, by the way, it's
Yeah.
Africans
No. Yeah.
in general are
Yes.
grateful for.
Very
Yes.
So
grateful.
to have him, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you will definitely meet him.
Oh.
That's for sure.
Cool.
That
That's
would
for
be
sure.
amazing.
Just keep
That would be
buying
amazing.
land. Keep buying
All
land.
right.
Yeah.
We got you. We got you.
He'll be asking who's buying everything here. So
Okay.
you'll meet him.
Yeah, so we are planning to try to go outside of Kigali a little bit. We have been to Lake Muhazi, which is wow, it's beautiful.
We say
Lake Muhazi.
we say
Um,
we have two sides
Oh,
of like
really?
yeah.
okay, we went
Is
to
it far?
one where there was a golf course, and then
okay.
there's the lake, and you have a fish farm there.
Yes,
Okay,
I think
we
that
were
was
there.
That's something about 1 hour
Yes,
and
one
a
and a
half.
half.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
But we're just dying to go up. We want to do north and west and
Yes.
south, and to see all the natural beauty that this
So
country
my
offers.
favorite place is Kibuye.
What is it?
Kibuye.
Kibuye?
It's, yes, 3
Okay.
hours from here.
Really?
Yeah, so you guys should start from there,
Okay.
and then you won't be disappointed about the rest of the
Wow.
places. Yeah,
Take
I
us
think
there.
All
Take us one
right.
day.
we should do.
Yeah.
We should do
Alright,
that
alright.
Definitely.
because
That
you
would
guys
be
are around
great.
for some time, right? So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you're
Yeah.
good.
We'll
We're
be here.
settling. Yes.
You will do everything.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know, Rwanda is not that big, so in 2 days you can do all the
Yeah.
places.
It's a lot.
But
though.
it's a lot to see. Like from what we've
True.
seen online, we're like, whoa, it's okay. You have this. I mean, volcano, mountains, waterfalls, like lakes.
We have
Man,
too
just-
much beauty.
Too much beauty.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are too beautiful.
The
Yeah.
animals. And we want to do Akagera. That's the one where they do the what is it, safaris?
Yes. And now we have the big 5.
Oh.
So Akagera, which makes it more interesting.
Wow.
Yes.
Can you tell them what the big 5 is? Because
So
somebody
you
would
have-
be like, "What is the big 5?"
So you have the lions, you have the giraffe,
Uh-huh.
you have how is it called?
Gorillas.
Hippo,
Gorillas are not in those big
Okay.
5, but
Okay.
we do have gorillas.
elephants,
Eh,
right?
Elephants
I
as well.
love elephants. Okay.
So what else?
hippos,
Hippos
rhinos.
and
Zebras.
zebras. So we have all those. You know,
Yeah.
it's but you have to really go early to be able to see the lions.
Wow.
Apparently, I haven't done that though.
You haven't done
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I haven't done that. So by the time you guys go,
Wow.
let me know.
Okay.
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 Yeah,
That would
yeah,
be great. That would be great.
Nice.
You know, Trevor Noah did a joke around that. You know,
What'd he
have
say?
you have you heard?
No.
So he did. He was like, the first time he got into at the early days, he got into the States.
Uh-huh.
A white friend and other friends asked him to go on vacation,
Uh-huh.
and then they did. I think South Africa. I think
Uh-huh.
something else. I can't remember, but they had to do a safari, right?
Okay.
He was like, no, that's a white thing. You know? I grew up in animals, in
Oh,
those kind
no.
with
Like
those
he
kind
grew
of
up
stuff.
seeing it.
So why would you want me to go see
Something he's
you know,
already seen.
Yes, yeah, I grew up in those areas,
Oh,
but
my
that's a white thing. So
Oh no.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
That's
So,
funny. This is so amazing. This is a great interview. It is so.
It is.
We are so thankful for you giving us your time and answering our questions. and just talking to the viewers and letting them, giving us all this
I
great
got a
information. You have a question?
Yes.
Like before we got here, we was on the internet and we saw something about zonkies. Have you ever seen a
You ever heard
zonkie
of that?
before?
What's a zonkie? What's a zonkie?
It's apparently, I don't know if it's real. That
Yeah.
something on the internet. It's like a zebra mixed with a
A donkey.
donkey. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So maybe it was some kind of fake thing. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
only Rwanda, right?
No, I don't
I
know.
heard it was in Rwanda. And then what was it? A
Or different
horse? A
parts of-
zebra mixed with a horse.
No way.
Zoos.
We can't
Unless
have
it's
that.
different parts of.
We can't have
I don't know if it's
that.
some
That's
other
scary.
part.
That's in a
Maybe it's another country.
eh?
Maybe a neighboring country. I don't know.
Wow. No,
funny.
we can. I hope so.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So internet has too much information.
Uh-huh.
So you just have to be careful on what you
Sometimes you
consume,
have to
right?
Research the research.
Yeah, you have to, to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I hope you guys keep having fun and
Thank you.
Someone asked the question.
yeah.
Okay.
Is there? Oh man, I'm messing. All right, let me see. Let me get this back. Let me get it back.
Yeah, go back.
Is it a tough question? No.
Will we-
Is there
Is it
freedom of speech in Rwanda?
Freedom
or-
of speech?
Yeah, in Rwanda.
We're talking, right?
But why?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We talking
We're
now?
talking, so yeah,
we don't
we're
have
free
any.
to talk.
We don't have
Yeah.
police around, so we're good.
right?
Just don't be
Yeah.
saying no crazy stuff on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
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 So
I just for me when I hear that question, I'm like, if somebody's happy, what are you speaking about? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a system where you're just totally unhappy, okay, but you're somewhere where things are running smoothly, everybody's happy, then I don't know what the issue.
But-
What is
but
the
I'm not politician, but
Yeah.
I think people are confused on the
Uh-huh.
freedom of speech thing, right?
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
So freedom of speech is very different of going out and say, shouting, insulting the president or the
Yeah, yeah,
government or
yeah.
those kind of
Right.
that,
Yeah.
that's different, right? From
Right.
the freedom of speech, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, there is there is no reason of looking at a country and then avoid supporting the country moving forward and try to focus on
Right.
on the bad thing, on the negative side of it, right? And
Right.
most of the people think that's what freedom of speech is, right?
Okay.
And as a businessman, I don't see any interest on focusing on those small things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So,
Like I don't get
yeah,
it. I
so-
don't understand.
Exactly.
And that's too much politics.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
sometimes people are confused. Yeah, you just go out
Right.
and freedom of speech, but what is
Yeah.
freedom of speech? How do you
Exactly.
define it? And
I think it's more of a Western mindset because in certain systems, people are going through a lot. So I always say my advice is like, if you pick up, you uproot and move somewhere, leave that.
but it doesn't work there.
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't even work.
It doesn't.
So why would
So
you?
exactly, does it
Yeah.
even work?
It doesn't work there.
Doesn't
right?
even work.
And
So,
also, it's really not freedom of speech because
It's
look
not.
what happened with Nick Cannon.
You're being censored
That's-
anyway.
he
So what are you
wasn't
talking
free
about?
to say what he said.
Right.
You
They're
know what I mean?
destroying people, especially black men, for speaking out on issues. So what are you talking about? So
Right.
it doesn't even work.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really going
You know.
low on the
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Missing the bigger picture of
Yeah.
the thing
You're just
and
missing it. Yeah,
you know,
altogether.
focusing on small thing. So
Right.
again, that's what we said. It depends
Yeah.
on what you really want to do. You know,
Right.
do you want to grow? Do you want to grow a community? Do you want to
Yeah.
grow a country? And then what do you do about it? How do
Right.
you contribute to that to happen, right?
Yes.
But if, of course, you want to see, the country to keep being small, just
Not growing.
not growing, of course, we'll focus on those kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
But again, where did it work? So
Yeah.
Facts.
you need facts, right, to
Yeah.
validate those kind of
Facts.
stuff.
Facts.
So,
Facts. Yeah.
Bring solutions, not problems. That's
That's
what
right.
Africans
That's
say.
right.
Yup.
yeah, so that's
Exactly.
that's what Africa have been struggling with, focusing on those small minds
Right.
than
Yeah.
the bigger picture of being Africans.
Right.
You know, having
Right.
a country that works, having a continent that works. So
I think that's another bit of information or a good bit of advice for people. Like, if you are leaving a situation because you're tired of problems, don't bring problems with you to somewhere else.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
it does.
Okay.
I think that's I think that should be our mission as people, as a human beings.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
play your part in
Play your part.
in having the world be a better place.
I think be a problem solver and not a problem creator.
Yeah. So
Love it.
I think that's the minimum required as a human being.
Yeah,
So,
as a human being.
yeah,
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
So
Yeah.
so
Any more questions from the viewers?
Yeah, a trolls. I mean, what's it? What do you call them? Moderators. If you see anybody trolling in the chat room, take them out the chat room immediately. If they talking negative about the president here, take them out the chat room immediately. If they ask stupid questions, take them out the chat room immediately.
Yeah.
Because
I don't do
we
that.
about
It's-
positivity
We don't do that.
and
the thing is, they can talk about it. You can let them talk about it. They will be losing their time. They won't lose my time. They won't lose our
That's
country's
true.
time.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They can keep focusing on that.
That's true.
But it's more of their families. They are losing time to contribute for their families.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not into politics, but it doesn't require someone to be Einstein to think that if you're focusing on those small things, you're losing time to do something bigger for your family, for your
Yes.
country, all those kind of stuff.
Yes.
So so they can talk about it, but they're losing time, right? They're bundles, right?
Losing your own time.
Yeah,
Wasting time.
wasting time.
Yeah. And then we have to remember also what's the word? The objective of media. Media is never 100%. Whatever you're reading or whatever you're into, that stuff is usually like full of gossip or things that are not valid or things that are not proven. And just like when people were afraid for us, believe it or not, when we wanted to visit in 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm like, afraid for what? We're very adventurous people. And we said, we booked our flight, we're going. And we know about the history, know what happened, and we know the country has progressed way beyond that what happened in 1990, in 94, right? And so we came and we were like, wow, are you kidding me? So I think that traveling opens your mind to thoughts like, the fact that the world is not how you sometimes imagine. You have to go and see a place for yourself, view a place, experience the culture, just connect with the people, see something through your own eyes and not just read what's in a magazine or on a newspaper page, because a lot of times it's lies.
Yeah.
And that's what I've gained from traveling. I love,
Yeah.
love traveling and meeting people.
Yeah. So I grew up in times where we're seeing too much of daisies, Jadakis, R. Kelly's,
A lot of
that world America have created,
Okay.
that brand, that image America have created through Hollywood, right?
Yes.
We grew up during that time.
Okay.
It's still the case, right?
Right.
But when I was young,
Uh-huh.
with my generation and still a younger generation now think that the place to be is US, right?
See?
So because they have created that image of telling you don't come to the States, you won't make it, right? But and also on the other side, you are in the States, you have made it, you will make it, right? The American dream, right?
Right?
But again, once you're on the field, once you are there, you just realize that guy who was in that clip was using a car he rented somewhere or a friend of gave him, it was a wall, a whole world created around him, right? It wasn't a true story, right?
Yes.
So that what happens when you consume too much what the media shows, So you have to have filters,
Yes.
in knowing,
Good. Filters.
yeah, what are the good things, what
Yeah.
what do I need, and how do I
That was
consume that?
That was a perfect example right there of
Yeah.
media and how they use it and how people misinterpret what they see and hear.
Yeah.
Because I actually met someone, believe it or not, that thought that because they saw the stars, like the ones you named, Jay-Z's and the Jadakiss and all those different people, they thought that all of us had money like that.
Yeah.
Really? And I'm like, really? They thought that all Black Americans had money, and I'm like, that is not true.
Yeah.
So that's media.
Okay.
Media paints this picture, and we just take it for like the gospel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So am I wrong? I thought actually the same too when you came.
You
I thought
did.
you had dollars.
Rolling in dollars.
So I just have to lower my expectations.
How to say it? Not
yeah.
millionaires yet.
Not millionaires.
Not yet.
Work in
Not yet.
progress.
Work in progress. Not yet.
So yeah, it's crazy, and we're in the time. I'm not that old, but we're in times where we have now social medias.
Yeah.
Anybody is Einstein now,
Ah.
because anybody can talk about an idea,
Uh-huh.
something he has in mind.
Yeah.
And you don't know how it will come out. Like so,
It's true.
you just have to balance what you consume, right?
It's true. It's true.
Facts.
Balance what you consume. I like
I
that.
think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Peter, who is there, is one of the examples.
Oh man.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
So,
Businessman.
yeah. So that guy is Superman, right? Because the guy came down to Rwanda, knowing anybody. He didn't
Oh,
know
my
anybody,
God.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
it's something that I can do. I can come in the States
Uh-huh.
without knowing somebody.
Uh-huh.
Can't, right?
Wow.
But he managed to come live,
Barely.
So,
Yeah.
and he's becoming white, right?
Yeah.
He's becoming white. More he spends time here, he's becoming white somehow. It's a beautiful country, right?
All right.
So, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the, what's the word, camaraderie, the way that people from the diaspora
Yeah.
and this shot in there. I was saying I love the way that people in the diaspora
Yes.
and people on the continent are coming together here and just building. It is such a beautiful thing.
It is.
It is absolutely beautiful.
It is.
And everybody's like, you just feel like you're home, like it's family, extended family. It's my cousin. That's my, my brother, my sister.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I do love about this place.
True.
Yeah.
Are you guys done? Are you familiar to? Are you related to any African country? Have you done that test?
We
or-
haven't done that.
You haven't done that?
No.
Okay. It would be interesting to do, right?
Yeah. All our
Right,
families
kinda
from the U.S. from what we know so far.
Yeah.
You might be from South Africa.
Oh my
South
goodness.
Africa.
Yeah, the people there, you have that
Oh,
that
Oh,
face,
wow.
and all, yeah.
Wow. Love South
You look
Africa. It's a
more like
beautiful
Rwandan.
country. Yeah.
Everybody say that.
Everybody says
Yes.
he looks Rwandan.
Yes.
Yeah, they said
If
she
you don't
looks kind
talk.
of
He was like,
Ethiopian.
Sri Lankan. I'm like, I'm like,
Like, whoa.
Who told you that?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you have distant cousins, everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's great.
it's a continent to be on.
Oh, it is.
It is, so-
massive, and it is extraordinary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be. We do. The continent is finalizing something called the Africa Continental Free Area Agreement, and yeah,
free
so
trade?
it's
Oh,
a common market, AFCTA.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
Agreement. Wow.
So it's gonna be an interesting thing where the whole continent comes out as one market. So
That's big.
it is big.
It's
So
huge.
it will be the largest in the world, that market. So so that's one of the things that you need to experience on the
Wow.
and come over.
Wow. Yes,
Yeah.
you hear that, right?
Yeah.
So, can you give them a small example of what you're saying? Because, we use the big terms, but what that means, let's say this country and Kenya would be what?
So that means you will be able to trade from one country to another country in a more easy way, right?
Okay.
We need
Because
that.
yeah, because what happens now if I leave with materials from here and go to Senegal, for example, right?
Okay.
I have too much taxes going around, restrictions, all those kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
And also coming to Africans as well, right? Living in another country, I have to have a visa stuff. I can stay there for a certain period unless I have a residency. All those kind of stuff.
Right,
Those are the advantages that comes with having a common market.
Nice.
With the FCTA thing. So yeah.
That's huge. Wow.
So it's an interesting time to be in Africa, I think.
Yeah, so many great things happening right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Great things,
So
great
just keep hope Jay-Z's and family will come over as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
And then we'll have you as billionaires tomorrow. And then just remember me, right?
Yeah.
I-
Well, you work with Rock Nation, right?
Eh?
You
work
with
with
Rock
It's
Nation.
coming.
Nation
It's
is
coming.
coming?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Make that
Excellent.
happen.
All right. So.
So yeah.
For some reason, the females want me to keep turning to you.
They want to see Pete.
What's that?
Yeah, look. Hey, Pete, can you say who you is? Just introduce yourself, family.
All right, so my name is Peter, from New York. Pretty much out here doing some business. So just really focusing on, kind of connecting with my brothers on this side, just building industry, on this side of the continent and also back in the States. So there you go. There's going to be an interview with me. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's coming because Pete, he know everybody out here. Very well connected. brother.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 All right.
So we are.
So I hope
out
you
here.
guys had
Yeah.
fun, and
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys very soon in
Alright.
Rwanda, right?
Yeah.
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 So we want to thank Raoul, who is now our brother, for his time
Yes.
and spending all this time with us and all this information, all the jewels he's dropped. And I hope you have been picking them up. And we thank all of you guys for tuning in and checking us out. And we're going to leave you with we are the Unapologetic.
Oh, I
sorry.
got to do that. I got to do that. Yeah, they girls trying to holler at you too. Yeah, they ain't leave you out either, man.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
single.
Okay.
So I'm a businessman, so I'm open.
Okay. Oh yeah. And just so you know, this is his crib too. We on his terrace right now.
Peter.
Yeah. Yeah, because people was asking like, where
yours?
y'all at? Is this somebody's residence? Yeah. So this is your residence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see?
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, anything you got to say, Ayla?
Hi, I'm Ayla.
Hold it real quick. All right, yeah. Yeah, we thank y'all and appreciate y'all for tuning in. We are the Unapologetic Nomads, and we're unapologetically
Nomadic.
nomadic. All right.
Nomadic.
Nomadic.
Peace.
Peace.